In the news tonight, video to Puerto Rico minibus operators demand fare hike.
We, the operators, now cannot work with the fare structure that has been in existence since 2014.
And ECORIM denies abuse and labor violations.
Of course, they have denied the allegations. I can tell you that much. They have denied the allegations.
Minibus operators servicing the route 32 Vredenloop to Puerto Rico route have withdrawn their services as they press for an increase in public transportation fares, arguing that rising operational costs have made it difficult for them to continue operating without earning a profit. The operators said they have not received a fare increase since 2014, despite significant increases in the cost of spare parts, engine oil, fuel, and general vehicle maintenance. Several drivers claim they are now operating at a loss and can no longer sustain their daily expenses under the current fare structure.
Public servant has been having an increase annually and sometimes 2 times a year. And if you should compare these operators with the cost of living, both of us, the operators and the public servants, has to face the counter with the same thing. And if they're being increased every year, annually, public servant get a percentage, and sometimes 2 times a year, and we get nothing. It is time that we are not bullying. We are asking to come and sit with something that we can operate with and the commuters could operate with.
Patch a wheel is $2,000. Change a wheel is $2,000. For plug a wheel is $1,000. Change a valve stem is $1,000. Supermarket, everything just going up, and we just left behind all the time. We left behind for that. Fishermen get cash grant, farmers them getting raise a pay with any other things, but we not get nothing. We just take we money, invest some, and nobody cares about us. We know how hard we work on fit them thing they say, and we need something, a better living. Everybody getting a better living, we want a better living too.
I can't even maintain my vehicle.
Is this because of the fuel price?
No, it's just because of fuel only. It's just because of the parts, the tire, everything.
I would like to raise a fare due to various reasons. Apparently, everything seems to be going through the roof. Cost of living, the ways, our livelihood. Sometimes I have to work extra hours now because of this jacking up. If I have to go to a place where I have to do upholstery for my boss, it's quite expensive. It's so expensive that it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get those things done. What I'm gonna do within those time? But what I'm saying, parts are 150% increase. That's what I've seen. I buy parts recently. The workshop, when I go to the workshop, you have to pay them. Then they take, instead of a day, they take 2 to 3 days downtime to get things done because it's stack and pile and people are not able to be so efficient due to the cost of everything going up. It's causing distortion.
Valid minibus operator, and from since 2014 to now, it is unfair that we working with one fare which is unreasonable for we minibus operators, and everything is going up. Cost of living keep rising, everything rising so high, and it is unfair to we to work for next to nothing.
The protest action follows a declaration by the Minister of Public Works, Warren Edgell, on Monday that the government has not approved any increase in public transportation fares. Authorities also warn operators against charging commuters unauthorized rates. The minister's announcement has drawn criticism from Route 32 operators who insisted that a fare adjustment is justified given the current economic realities.
But 5 years we have given them, in addition to 2014, to come and seek what we are passing through as minibus operators, not only in 32, countrywide. We the operators now cannot work with the fare structure that has been in existence since 2014. Everything.
What will be a reasonable increase?
Good. I have submitted, look at it here. I have submitted to the government. We're looking for $200 to Bursiri, which is about 14 miles, a distance of 14 miles. And from here to Ruby is about 17 miles. We're looking for $300. We're looking for $400 from there, Ruby Bridge, and $500 to Parika. Only on that means we can survive, because it is very, very unreasonable to go back to 2014 fare when everything has actually gone by 10, 15 times in the shop. Spare parts, engine oil, workmanship, everything has gone.
I'm wondering if the government officials in parliament, most of them, or the ministers them, if they just pay bills when the day come, if them is going to see at the market If them is go to the market and go into them pocket and take out money and pay for anything, if there's got to go and buy car parts, bus parts, if there's got to do these things when the day come, their bills well paid. Them in understand.
He said, make the police harassing minibus operators and bring new park down here. The passenger willing to pay the money. Willing to pay the money.
Operators said they are hoping to meet with the government to discuss a reasonable fare increase that would benefit both transport operators and commuters.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks for wash it soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
GECOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. If you have moved to a new address since you were registered, you are required to update your address by applying for a transfer to ensure your address is accurate. Where to apply for a transfer? Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to apply for a transfer. When to apply for a transfer? You can apply to have your address updated during this national registration exercise. This registration exercise will end on May 29, 2026. The office hours for GECOM are permanent registration offices open Monday to Thursdays from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 16 hours 30, and on Fridays from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 15 hours 30. The offices will be closed on weekends and holidays. For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-027729 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
ECORIM, or Resources Management, has denied allegations of abuse and labor violations involving 38 Indian nationals employed by the company as the Ministry of Labor and Manpower Planning continues investigation into the matter. Speaking with reporters, Labour Minister Kumar Griffith said he's concerned about the allegations, which are being treated with the utmost attention. The probe was launched after opposition leader Azruddin Mohammed publicly raised concerns about the treatment of the workers during a visit to the location in Region 7. Following a meeting involving the minister, the Deputy Indian High Commissioner, representatives of the company and the workers, ECORIM, or Resources Management, was given 24 hours to respond to the allegations.
I can't tell you that as yet. I can't disclose that as yet. Of course, they have denied the allegations. I can tell you that much. They have denied the allegations, right? It now calls on us to investigate both sides. Of course, the workers have said something which we are going to take seriously and we will ensure, but the company has said a different version. What is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to listen to both sides and to investigate. I will never cause anybody in my ministry, nor will I ever put the horse before the cart in any allegation. it is my duty to ensure that everything is examined before we come to the media or to the public to give information. We will not be irresponsible and give misinformation to the public. If you go back to my statement, which was released on the day in question, you will see that I highlighted that there were allegations made, and they have been in the media. We know what the allegations are. They have denied these allegations. The allegations relate to unsafe health and safety working environments, and of course allegations relating to personal property and artifacts belonging to the workers. So they have denied those allegations. It is now on us to investigate before we make a determination.
The company also denied accusations that it withheld the passports of the workers. However, the documents were returned shortly after the intervention of the Labour Minister.
Well, it's important for me to say that they have denied that there was any retention of the passports. I have to say that because that's what they said to me, right? The passports, the situation has been rectified. Every worker now has their passport. They now have their passports, right? So that's as much as I can say.
Who had it if they denied having? If they denied
most respectfully, I can say as much as I'm aware of. The investigation is continuing. I can't speak to. Please remember that I also have to be advised by my technical officers, right? I'm not going to make an allegation of human trafficking without information. I cannot do that. That would be irresponsible of me, not only as the minister, but as somebody who serves the public. I cannot do that. And I wish other persons who have been entrusted with some office would be more responsible in their dealings. But of course, everybody is not blessed with that feature. But I am.
He said officials interviewed all 38 Indian nationals and obtained statements as part of the ongoing inquiry.
Drink and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime. It's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime. Extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
You don't leave anything to chance. Every day you click it, lock it and mask up. Now press, rub and wash with Sterling Super Soap. Our antibacterial formula eliminates 99.9% of all germs and bacteria. Clean and moisturize your hands with 4 refreshing and rejuvenating fragrances. Get super clean with Sterling Super Soap.
President Finale has called on public transportation operators to act responsible and refrain from increasing fares, warning that higher transportation costs will place additional pressure on the traveling public. In a social media recording on Tuesday, President Ali said the government has already absorbed billions of dollars in costs by removing the excise tax on fuel and subsidizing gasoline and diesel since 2022. He noted that this policy delivered savings of about $500 per gallon of fuel, amounting to thousands of dollars daily for minibus and taxi operators. Ali emphasized that while government intervention kept pump prices stable, there was no corresponding reduction in fares charged by minibus, taxi, and speedboat operators. The president emphasized that the government has already used its full policy tools to shield consumers and is now asking operators to play their part by being socially responsible.
I think the minibus operators, the taxi, the speedboat operators, and of course truckers and all stakeholders within this framework now have to play their role. Because this is something that is affecting us at the national level. So we expect that all of the operators will reduce their profit lines so as to mitigate that impact and also for us to, for the suppliers of public transportation to be socially responsible during this period.
Or stakeholders to adjust their profit margins instead of passing the burden on to consumers. Several of his ministers have echoed the call, with Public Works Minister Juan Edgell stating that operators do not have the authority to increase fares. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.